Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Lakshmi Narsimha, Lakshmi Narsimha, Lakshmi Narsimha, Jai Jai Lakshmi Narsimha, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Gauranita, Jai Jai Gauranita, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. So we'll be doing from the 21st verse. Till 20th verse, we saw the various signs of victory of war on the sides of Pandavas. 21st verse. And after this class, after this explanation of these verses, we'll have the chanting of the 27 verses. Last time we saw the 5 verses out of 27 verses. We'll be seeing the next 5 verses from that 27 important verses. First, we'll complete this section today. There is Bhakta Vatsalata of Govinda. Arjuna Vacha Senayorubhayor Madhye Ratham Stapyam Mechuta Yavadeta Niriksheham Yodhukamanavasthitan Kairmaya Sahayodhavyam Asmin Rana Samudyame. Arjuna Vacha Senayorubhayor Madhye. You also try to read along with, when you have the book, try to read 21st verse, first chapter. Senayorubhayor Madhye Ratham Stapya Mechuta Yavadeta Niriksheham Yodhukamanavasthitan Kairmaya Sahayodhavyam Asmin Rana Samudyame. I'll read one more time. Now you should read along with me. Okay? Arjuna Vacha Senayorubhayor Madhye Ratham Stapya Mechuta Yavadeta Niriksheham Yodhukamanavasthitan Kairmaya Sahayodhavyam Asmin Rana Samud Kairmaya Sahayodhavyam Asmin Rana Samudyame. Let us see the word-to-word meaning. Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Senaha of the armies, Ubhayoho, both, Madhye, between, Ratham, the chariot, Sthapyaha, please keep, may, my, Achyutaha, O infallible one, Yavat, as long as, Etan, all these, Nirikshahe, may look upon, Ahamai, Yodhukaman, desiring to fight, Avasthitan, arrayed on the battlefield, Kahi, by whom, Maya, by me, Saha, together, Yodhavyam, have to fight Asmin in this Rana strife, samudhyame, in the attempt. So now Arjuna is asking Krishna, "O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms." So now there can be a question asked by Krishna, are you a fighter or a spectator? Because Arjuna is telling, please draw my chariot in between the two armies. I want to see who are all here assembled, who are so desirous of fighting. They don't want to compromise, they just want to fight. So Krishna can ask a question, are you a fighter or a spectator? And by viewing this, what are you going to accomplish? So to the answer here, Arjuna replies, I want to see right from the beginning, who are those friends and relatives with whom I will be fighting? And then I just want to know that who are those people who are so envious, they don't want to compromise at all. They don't want to have any peace. In fact, they are desirous to fight. They want to fight. So here, Arjuna is calling Krishna as Achyuta. Senayor ubhayor madhye ratam sthapyam me achyutah. Me achyutah. Achyutah. Achyutah means one who never fails to protect his devotees. He is so affectionate to his devotees. In fact, there is always a competition between Krishna and his devotees. Krishna wants to serve the devotees. Then Krishna says, hey, what you are going to serve me? I'll serve you the best. So there is always a competition between the devotees. Servitor is always rendered to serve Krishna. And Lord is also seeking an opportunity to serve the devotees. That is how the relationship between Krishna and his devotees is so wonderful, so transcendent. So if Krishna finds a pure devotee is surrendering to him, serving him, then he waits to serve that devotee. In fact, Krishna likes to be ordered by a pure devotee. He does not want to be an order giver. In fact, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, naturally he should give the orders. But in fact, he waits for the order to be given by the devotees. He likes to fulfill the orders of a pure devotee. So now, as a pure devotee, Arjuna did not have any desire to fight. In fact, Krishna goes as peace messenger also. But Duryodhana did not accept any conditions. Krishna went as peace messenger, just asked for 5 villages. Duryodhana said, not even a small place occupied by the tip of the nail. So that was the stubborn and very arrogant nature of Duryodhana. He never wanted to agree to any peaceful negotiations. He was always desiring to fight. But now here, Arjuna wanted to see who are those people who have taken the side of Duryodhana and who are so anxious to fight. They don't want the compromise. They don't want any compromise. They don't want any peacemaking endeavor. So, Achyuta, you please draw my chariot in between the two armies. Now, Arjuna is giving this order to Krishna. And Krishna is Partha Sarathi. If you show the cover page to someone and to introduce God, what will you show? He is our God. He is our God. He is God of everyone. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But then somebody may ask, if he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why is he a driver? Partha Sarathi, why is he a Sarathi? Why is he a driver? Krishna can take any menial position for his devotee. Even if Krishna takes a menial position for his devotee, his position will never go down. Achyutaha. He never falls down from his position. That is why Achyuta means infallible. He never falls down from his position. Like mother can do any menial task for her children, but mother will never fall down from her position. Achyuta also means one who always protects his devotees, one who never fails to protect his devotees, always protects his devotees, never fails. One who never lets down his devotees' words. If devotees give a word, then Krishna accomplishes the words given by the devotee. So they are all the meaning of Achyuta. Achyuta means one who never falls down from his position, even though doing a menial task for his devotees. One who never fails to protect the devotees. One who never fails to protect the words of his devotees. One who never fails to let down the devotees. That is why Krishna always protects the devotees. And here Arjuna says, Yavadetan niriksheham. I want to see who are all so much anxious to fight. That means who all have so much of enviousness. And with whom am I going to fight? I want to see, because he knows, okay, Kauravas are there, but there are so many kings who have come from different places and who have occupied both the positions. Some are on his side, some are on the side of the Kauravas. So he wanted to see both the sides. He wanted to see that who all have assembled here to fight. I want to see. So in this way, he says, Yotsamananavekshe'ham ya etetra samagataha dhartarashasya durbuddhe yuddhe priya chikirshavaha. Yotsamananavekshe'ham ya etetra samagataha dhartarashasya durbuddhe priya yuddhe priya chikirshavaha. Try to read along with me. Yotsamananavekshe'ham ya etetra samagataha dhartarashtasya durbuddhe yuddhe priya chikirshavaha. Yotsamanana, those who will be fighting. Aveksheha, I want to see, let me see. Aham, I, a, who, ete, those. Atraha, atra, here. Tatraha, atra. Atra means here, tatra means there. Atra, here. Samagataha, assembled. Dhartarashtasya, by the son of Dhritarashtra. Durbuddhe, evil-minded. Yuddhe, in the fight. Priya, well. Chikirshavaha, wishing. So I want to see, because Krishna is asking, are you a fighter or a spectator? He says, I want to see who have come here to fight. Yotsamanana, who have come here to fight, who will be fighting with me. I want to see that. Aham, I want to see that, who have assembled here to fight and who have taken the side of Durbuddhe, evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Just to please him, Priya Chikirshavaha, just to please him, they have taken the side of Adharma. I want to see who all have come here to take the side of Pandava, to take the side of Kauravas. And that too, the son of Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana. It was an open secret that Duryodhana wanted to usurp the kingdom of the Pandavas by evil plans in collaboration with his father Dhritarashtra. Duryodhana was always wanting the whole kingdom, and his father also desired the same thing. And here Srila Prabhupada writes, birds of the same feather flock together. So the persons who have all taken the side of Duryodhana, they also should have the same attitude of Duryodhana. Birds of the same feather flock together. So Arjuna wanted to see who are all those birds who have taken the side of Duryodhana, who all have such evil mind. And in this way, he wanted to see those people who never wanted any peace negotiation. They did not want any compromise. So he wanted to see them so that he can estimate the strength to whom he had to face. That is how the warriors, the real warriors, they always want to estimate the strength of the opposing party so that they can also gain that strength to fight with them. They can also assemble such type of strength. it is very right to see, to estimate the strength of the opposing team to whom they have to face, so that they can prepare themselves. And here Arjuna was very much confident. Krishna is with them. That is why he had nothing to worry. So that is how he was quite confident of victory. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, because Krishna is sitting with his side. Sanjaya Uvacha. So in this way, here in the two verses 21 and 22, 23, we saw Arjuna wanted Krishna to draw his chariot in between the two armies. He has given this order to Krishna, and Krishna is always eager to fulfill the order of his pure devotee. Now Sanjaya says, Eva mukto Rishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayorubayor Madhye Sthapayitva Rathottamam. Sanjaya Uvacha Eva mukto Rishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayorubayor Madhye Ratham Sthapyam Senayorubayor Madhye Sthapayitva Rathottamam. Sanjaya Uvacha. Now read along with me. Eva mukto Rishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayorubayor Madhye Sthapayitva Rathottamam. Rathottamam. Here Krishna is addressed as Rishikesha. Arjuna is addressed as Gudakesha. Very important. When Krishna is addressed as Rishikesha, it signifies this verse. Gudakesha, again it signifies this verse. Senayor Ubhayor Madhye. In between the two armies, Sthapayitva Rathottamam. Krishna placed the chariot in between the two armies. Now, how is Krishna's chariot? Ratha Uttamaha. Here Uttama refers to the most transcendental chariot, the finest chariot. Lord himself is seated on that chariot, and we know this chariot is donated by Agni Devata, and Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is sitting in this chariot. So naturally this chariot is Ratha Uttamaha. Uttamaha refers to one which is beyond the matter. Uttamaha. Uttamaha means completely transcendental. Now Krishna is addressed as Rishikesha. Krishna is driving the chariot. Here Rishikesha means, Rishika means senses, Isha means a controller. So Rishikaha, that is senses and the control. He is the controller of the senses. So he is controller of the senses of his devotees. So the senses of Arjuna are controlled by Krishna. Rishikesha is controlled by Krishna. That is how the senses are drawn in a proper way. Generally, the body is compared to the chariot. The senses are compared to the horses. Mind is compared to the rein. And the intelligence is compared to the driver. And the passenger is the soul. So the senses are compared to the horses. Now Krishna is drawing this chariot. So the senses of Arjuna are controlled by Krishna. So it is properly utilized by Krishna. Devotees' senses are properly utilized by Krishna. They are directed by Krishna. So the devotees need not worry. There is no danger for the devotees. And then Gudakesha. Gudakesha means, Gudaka means sleep. Gudaka means ignorance. So sleep and ignorance. The one who has controlled sleep and ignorance, that person is known as Gudakesha. Arjuna is known as Gudakesha. Arjuna is called as Gudakesha because Arjuna has controlled both sleep and ignorance. He has conquered both sleep and ignorance because Krishna is his friend. His friendship is with Krishna. So because he's a great devotee of Krishna, he can never forget Krishna even for a moment. Because that is the nature of a devotee. Even while walking, even while sleeping, while eating, the devotees always think of Krishna. That is how the devotees can easily conquer the senses. And anyhow, Krishna is Rishikesha. The senses of the devotees are already surrendered to Krishna. So that is how it is very easy for the devotees to control the senses. Why devotees are able to control the senses? Because they are already given to Krishna. The senses are completely absorbed in serving Krishna. The mind is absorbed in thinking of Krishna. When the mind always thinks of Krishna, automatically it directs the senses in serving Krishna. So when the mind is completely absorbed in Krishna, that is actually known as Samadhi. So what is the real meaning of Samadhi? Samyag adhiyate asmin atma tattva yathatmayam. Samyag adhiyate asmin. Always adhiyate means meditate upon our relationship with Krishna. We are all servants of Krishna. Samyag adhiyate, sampurna rupena adhiyate. Adhiyate means meditate upon. Samyag adhiyate asmin atma tattva yathatmayam. Anyhow, in upcoming chapters, you will get this phrase of what is Samadhi. So Samadhi means completely understanding our relationship with Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and I am his servant. That is how the senses are automatically surrendered to Krishna, and Krishna is the director of the senses. Rishikesha is a controller of our senses. Gudakesha, because he surrendered to Krishna, automatically he has conquered sleep and ignorance. Because somebody can have a doubt, why when all the conches are blown, everything is now ready, why is it that Arjuna wants now to see the armies? Why he has to tell Krishna to draw the chariots in between the two armies? Has ignorance covered him? Ignorance means what? Ajnana. What is the meaning of ajnana? Aham mama iti ajnana. First words we saw. Dhritarashtra is an ajnana. Aham mama, attachment. Attachment to myself and the things related to me. So in this way, attachment to the body and attachment to the body related things. Aham, I and mine. So that is ajnana. So now here, some may have doubt. Is Arjuna also in ajnana? Has his attachment come to him? Why he wants to see his family people now when the war is going to start? That is why here is said, Gudakesha is not in ajnana. His senses are completely in control by Krishna. He has conquered his sleep and ignorance because he has surrendered to Krishna. Gudakesha. Guda a ka isha. This whole word is split. Guda a ka isha. Now, Guda refers to good. You know, good? Good is very sweet. What is good? Nowadays, this Ayush, they say, good ka kadha pichi. Corona nahi aayega. Good, jaggery. Good is very sweet. Good. Okay? A refers to Vishnu. Ka refers to Brahma. Isha refers to Shiva. The whole word, let us see this meaning also. Guda, Gudakesha. So, good refers to sweet relationship. A, that is Vishnu. Ka refers to Brahma. Gudakesha, Isha. Isha refers to Shiva. The sweet relationship of Krishna and Arjuna was desired to be seen even by the great personalities Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So in this way, even Narayana, he wants to see this sweet relationship between Krishna and Arjuna. We will say, are they two different personalities, Krishna and Narayana? They are not two different personalities. But Lord can stay in Vaikuntha. At the same time, Lord is there in Goloka. At the same time, Lord is there in this earthly planet with Arjuna. Lord is omnipotent. Lord can be simultaneously everywhere and anywhere. So it so happened in uh, in in Hastinapur, once a Brahmana, when it was the rule of Yudhishthir, a Brahmana was the, his wife was giving birth to the child. So whenever the child was born, the child is to be dead. So in this way, it happened many times, 4 or 5 times the child died. So now the Brahmana thought, I have never done any impious activity, and our king is also so wonderful. Because generally, if the king is sinful, then that sins are also taken by the citizens. But now the citizen is also wonderful, is a Brahmana, and the king is also wonderful. Why is it that I'm always losing my child? Then Arjuna, he went to the king. Arjuna took a vow. This time I am going to guard your house. I am going to see who is actually killing your son. So many times the sons are born. So many times they are getting killed. Why is it happening? I will guard your house. This time it will not happen. So, and if it happens, I will jump in fire. Arjuna always gets he takes vows very fast without consulting Krishna sometimes. So he took a vow. If it happens, then I am going to jump in fire. So he is guarding the house. Now the time came, Brahmani gave birth to the child. At least other times, the children is to stay for at least some few hours. But this time, as soon as the child was born, it was dead. So it was a shock for Arjuna. Because he was guarding the house so nicely, how is it that this child is dead? As soon as born, it was dead. So then Krishna appears. Krishna says, hey Arjuna, you have taken some vow, isn't it? You have to jump in fire now. And he said, I know, but he said, that is why I never take these vows in such anxieties. When there is in some anxious situations, you should not take vows like this without consulting me. So he said, I know the reason. I'll take you to a place. In this way, Krishna took Arjuna to Vaikuntha. And there he saw all the children of this Brahmani was there with Narayana. Because Narayana wanted Krishna to visit Vaikuntha along with Arjuna. Because that was a sweet relationship of Arjuna and Krishna, which was even desired by Narayana to be seen. Narayana wanted to see the sweet relationship of Krishna and Arjuna. And what was that sweet relationship which everybody wanted to see? When Arjuna is seated behind Krishna, when Krishna is a charioteer and Arjuna is seated behind, when the war is going on, at that time, Arjuna is behind, Krishna is in front, Krishna is the driver. How will Arjuna tell Krishna, please go to the right, please go to the left, because Krishna is not going to take part in the war. Krishna is just as a Sarathi who is going to function according to the instructions given by Arjuna. Now, if Arjuna has to say, please go to the right, please go to the left, the war itself has so much of sound that charioteer cannot hear. That is why the person who is seated behind places his two legs on the shoulders of the driver and presses the leg, right leg. That means go to the right. Left leg, left shoulder, go to the left. See what an advantageous position Arjuna has got, that he can place his feet on the shoulders of Krishna. Even though Arjuna has placed his feet on the shoulders of Krishna, Krishna does not lose his position. Krishna is still Achyuta. Like the babies, they sometimes kick their mothers, but mother does not lose her position. Mother does not feel bad also. So that is the advantageous position given by Krishna to the pure devotee. Arjuna could do this. Arjuna could place his feet, press his feet on the shoulders when he had to go to right or left. That is advantageous position which Krishna has given. And seeing this, even Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all are surprised. What to speak of these three personalities? All the Gandharvas, Yakshas, everybody, all the denizens of heaven, everybody is so surprised to see this sweet relationship. That is why Arjuna is also known as Gudakesha. The sweet relationship. Krishna has given him such an advantageous position. And that is how here Rishikesha Gudakesha. Eva Muktaho Rishikesha Gudakeshena. Bharata, as soon as Rishikesha heard the words of Gudakesha, instructions of Gudakesha, in fact, he took the chariot and placed it in between the two armies. And then Krishna is mother for everyone. Krishna is mother for the devotees. Then Krishna is also mother for the demons also. One who has a demonic tendency, Krishna cannot say that you are not my children. Aham bijaha pradapitaha. Krishna is pita for everyone. Like mother has few children. Some children are very demonic. Some children are very divine. Some children have very bad nature. But still mother is always a mother. The dealings of her with the children will differ. If the children is very notorious, then mother will slap. If the child is very wonderful, then the mother will glorify the child. So the dealing of the mother with the child differs. But that does not mean mother has lost her vatsalyataha, her loving attitude. Even the punishment given by mother, that is also glorious. Because if she does not punish, then spare the rod, spoil the child. Spare the rod, spoil the child. It is only mother who can correct the child. Now, in the 25th verse, we'll see that how Krishna, he will show to Arjuna, say all your family members, Bhishma, Drona, and all the chieftains, he is pointing out to all the Kauravas who are all there on the side of the Kauravas. He is pointing out to everyone. They are all here. All the Kurus have assembled here. In this way, when Krishna is pointing out to everybody, at that time Krishna has already withdrew their pranas. Krishna has already punished them. Krishna has already taken all their pranas. Arjuna is just nimitta matra. Nimitta matrena bhavasabdya sachin. He's just nimitta matra. Already Krishna has killed them. Killed by Krishna, loved by Krishna. Both are on the same platform. It's also glorious to be killed by Krishna. In fact, the Kauravas were more glorious because they were seeing Krishna and leaving their bodies. So, killed by Krishna is also glorious. Here, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna could understand the mind of Arjuna because Krishna is present as super soul in everyone's heart. So that is why the use of the word Rishikesha in this connection. Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashyetan Samavetan Kuruniti. Bhishma Drona Pramukataha, all great chieftains are standing here. Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam, and all are chiefs of the worlds, they are all standing here. O Partha, Uvacha Partha Pashyetan Samavetan Kuruniti. So in this way, Samavetan, all the Kauravas have assembled here. So as the super soul, in the previous verse, Krishna is addressed as Rishikesha. Rishikesha means he has understood the heart of Arjuna. That is why Rishikesha indicates he knew everything. And Partha, Uvartha Partha. Why Partha has been told? Because Arjuna is Prutha's son. Prutha is Kunti Maharani. And Kunti Maharani is so bold. Even there was so much of danger. She had to tolerate so many dangerous things. So many difficulties she had to undergo. When Krishna was about to leave Hastinapur to go to Dwarka, at that time, Kunti Maharani says, you be here. Krishna says, I have given you now a wonderful position. Now there is no danger. All the dangers have been removed. At that time, Kunti Maharani says, Vipada santuta shashva tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yatsat apunar bhavadarshanam. Oh Krishna, please give all the dangers again. Because if there is a danger, at least you are there with us. And now if you say, I'm going from here because now you are in a very safe position, we don't want you to go. We want, let the dangers come again and again. Vipada santuta shashva tatra tatra jagat guru. See, that is the love. That is why Kunti Maharani is so glorious in the whole history. She is the only person who has asked the dangers again and again. That is why all the sages glorify her. Generally, when we go to God, what we say, oh Lord, please remove all the dangers. But she says, oh Lord, please give me all the dangers. Because at least in those dangerous positions, Krishna, you were with us. And now you are saying that I am settling you so wonderfully. All the dangers I have removed. Now, tata, bye-bye. What tata, bye-bye? Please be here only. No tata, bye-bye. You be here. Let all the dangers be here. No problem, but you should be with us. So that is how is Pritha. So now Krishna is also there with Arjuna. Then Krishna knew the heart of Arjuna. Because Arjuna wanted to see what are those dangers. Because what is the most dangerous thing? He had to fight with his own family members. That is the most dangerous thing. That is why Krishna wanted to inform Arjuna, oh Arjuna, you are the son of that Pritha, who was such a bold person. And also, he is the son, and Krishna is related to Arjuna. He has agreed to become the charioteer of Arjuna. Kunti Maharani's brother is Vasudev. Vasudev's son is Krishna. So in this way, I am related to you. And also I am with you. Because Arjuna actually wanted to stop the fight. And in this way, Arjuna thought that because that was going on in his mind, that he did not want to fight. He did not want to establish, he did not want to uproot the dharma. Krishna knew the heart of Arjuna. That it has, the weakness of heart has completely engulfed him. This weakness of heart because of overly attachment. Attachment leads to frustration. Because of overly attachment, he has forgotten his duty. He is forgetting. He is going to forget. And Krishna knows it because Krishna is there in everyone's heart. As Super Soul, Krishna knew that he is actually forgetting his duty because the indication to start the war has been done. All have blown the conch shell. The war should have begun by now. But why is it that Arjuna wants to see all the people who have assembled there? That means the weakness of heart is there. He is afflicted by a disease known as weakness of heart. Like if the father is a very wonderful surgeon, and he sees his own son in the operation table, then he starts trembling. He may be a very great surgeon, very great doctor, but when it comes to his own relative, then he becomes blank. He cannot do anything. To others, he can operate, he can do wonderful things. But when it comes to his own son, his own daughter, then he cannot do anything. Because overly attachment leads to frustration and leads to a lot of expectation, frustration, and lamentation. All together, attachment leads to expectation, frustration, and lamentation. And Krishna knew it. That is why the mind of Arjuna was actually predicted by the Lord in a very friendly, joking way. He said, I never expected such thing from you because you are son of Pritha. Partha, Pritha, Putra, Partha. You must be so bold. I am sitting with you. I am with you. Still you are having the fear in the mind. So in this way, in a very joking way, when Krishna is addressing us Partha, here, wherever Arjuna, Krishna has been addressed, that word, that name signifies a verse. So Uvacha Partha Pashyetam. O Partha, see, all your family members have assembled here. And then what happens? Tatra Pashya Sthitan Partha Pitrunatha Pitamahan Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun Putran Pautran Sakhins Tatha Shwashuran Surhadaschaiva Senayorubayorapi. Tatra Pashyan Sthitan Partha. Tatra means there. Atraha Tatra. Tatra means there. Tatra Pashyan Sita Partha Pitrunatha Pitamahan Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun Putran Pautran Sakhims Tatha, all different varieties of family members. Shwashuran Sruhadaschaiva Senavayorubayorapi. So Arjuna could see that within the midst of the armies of both the parties, his fathers, Pitrun, Pitamahan, great grandfathers, then teachers, Acharyan, Matulaha, maternal uncles, Bhratrun, brothers, then Putraha, in this way the sons, and then Pautraha, the grandsons, Sakhim, the friends, Shwashuran, fathers-in-law. So variety of relatives he could see. And that too, Sruda, even well-wishers also were there. They were all there in the sides. So Arjuna looked at the opposite side. And in that opposite side, what he could see? Pitrun. They were elders like Bhurishrava. So they were like fathers, Bhurishrava. They were like fathers. And also there were grandfathers, Bhishma, Somadattaha. They were all grandfathers, Pitamaha. There were teachers, Dronacharya, Kripacharya. They were all teachers, Acharya. There were maternal uncles also, Shalya, Shakuni. They were all uncles, Matula. Then Matulan here refers to from the mother's sides. Shakuni. Brothers, Duryodhana. Uncle's son is also brother only, Bhratru. Then sons like Lakshmana, Putran. Then grandsons, the sons of Lakshmana, Pautran. Then there were Sakhin. There were the same age, contemporaries of the same age, Ashwathama, Jayadratha. There were well-wishers also, Surudaha, Krutavarma, then Bhagadattaha. In this way, different types of relatives were there. Now, Jayadratha, he was a competitor for Draupadi and later tried to abduct her from the Pandavas. He had a boon that whoever made his head touch the ground would have his own head burst into 100 pieces. Later, Shiva gave him the boon that he could defeat all the Pandavas except Arjuna. Arjuna defeated him by shooting an arrow which chopped off his head and sent it into the lap of his father in meditation, who on seeing the head threw it off his lap and had his own head burst. In this way, there are so many descriptions given. Who is Lakshmana? Lakshmana was a son of Duryodhana. He was killed by Abhimanyu, the son of Arjuna. Shakuni, brother of Gandhari. Shalyaha, he was the brother of Madri, that is wife of Pandu. He was tricked by Duryodhana into siding him and was killed by Yudhishthira during the war. So Shalya actually should come this side, but Duryodhana was very diplomatic. Whenever people used to come, he used to give them such a wonderful treatment. He used to make them, provide them nice tent and all those things. And in return, he used to ask them to be there on his side. So Shalya is actually brother of Madri. So he should have been on the side of Pandavas, but he was tricked by Duryodhana. He used to trick them and take him there on his side. And in this way, he was killed by Yudhishthira himself. Somadatta was the father of Bhurishrava. He was killed by Satyaki. In this way, Bhagadatta, he was a friend of Pandu and later Yudhishthira. However, he fought on the side of Duryodhana. He was killed by Arjuna. So here in this verse, we can see that Arjuna was shocked to see, hey, this is Madhuri's brother. This is my father's friend Bhagadatta. How is it that they are there on the side of Duryodhana? Because Duryodhana was a very tricky person. Krutavarma used to sit in Yudhishthira's court. He was such a friend of Yudhishthira, but then he was also tricked by Duryodhana. He also went to the other side, and then they had to kill their own people. They were all friends. They were all the family members of their own mothers. But this Duryodhana, by his diplomacy, by his cunning attitude, he tricked them and took them on their side. That is why Arjuna was shocked to see that my own friends, my own relatives, who should be in my side, now they are there on his side. Tan samikshasa kaunteya sarvan bandhun avasthitan kripaya paraya vishtu vishidantam idam bravi. Tan samikshasa kaunteya sarvan bandhun avasthitan. When he saw that his various relatives are there on the other side, kripaya paraya vishtu vishidantam idam bravid. Vishidantam, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. This chapter is known as Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Vishidan means lamenting. The lamentation of Arjuna. When he saw his own people, his own uncles, his own brothers, so much eager to fight, he started crying, lamenting. He was so overwhelmed. Avishitaha, in this way, Parayaha Avishtaha. So, he Parayaha, of a high grade, Avishitaha, he was overwhelmed. There are different grades of people. They were all there on the other side. Kripayaha Parayaha Avishtaha. He was overwhelmed with so much of compassion. He started crying. Why they are so eager to fight? I have never done anything wrong to them. Why they are so eager to fight? In this way, Tan Samikshasa Kaunteya. Again, Arjuna is addressed as Kunti Putraha Kaunteya. Kunti Putraha. Kunti never bothered. So many people tried to give her difficulties. When she came along with her 5 sons to Bhishma Pitamaha, Dhritarashtra never wanted her to come there. He was always trying to give difficulties to Kunti Maharani and her sons. He wanted them to die. We know the story of the lakh house which was made to burn them alive. Kunti Maharani knew that. But still Kunti Maharani is always ready to serve Krishna amidst all the difficulties, because she knows only one thing, how to serve Krishna. So that is why here Kaunteya. But he is lamenting. When he is seeing the danger, he has started lamenting. That's why Kaunteya. You are Kunti Putra's son. You are Kunti Putra. You are Kunti's son. Kunti Putra. You are Kunti's son. Kunti Maharani's son. She never lamented. In fact, she is asking the dangers again and again because she wants Krishna to be there. And here Krishna is there with him on the same chariot. Why is it that he is lamenting? Again, this is all plan of Krishna. It is not that Arjuna is in ignorance. Arjuna can never be in ignorance, because that is why Arjuna is known as Gudakesha. Arjuna can never be in ignorance. It is the will of Krishna. It is a desire of Krishna that Arjuna should be put in ignorance. It is Krishna who has put Arjuna in ignorance. Because if Arjuna is put in ignorance, then Krishna can speak the highest truth, the highest philosophy, the highest truth. And actually Krishna wants to give this highest truth, highest philosophy to all the conditioned souls of this Kali Yuga. Because Krishna knows after Dwapara it is Kali which is going to come. And in Kali Yuga, nobody is eager to bother about even self-realization. That is why Krishna is so merciful that through Arjuna, he wants to give these instructions. Whoever follows the instructions of Bhagavad Gita will find a loophole in this circle of birth and death, the loophole to go back home, back to God. That is why Krishna chose Arjuna. Why did he choose Arjuna? Because Arjuna is a completely surrendered devotee. He's a complete, he's a pure devotee who is completely surrendered to Krishna, and also is a relative of Krishna. Both the reasons are there. He is a pure devotee who is completely surrendered to Krishna, as well as he is a relative of Krishna. Now, after seeing all the different varieties of relations, here Arjuna is lamenting. That means he's having the tears in his eyes, his body is quivering, he's shaking, trembling. And in this way, he had so much of compassion, not only to his army, he had compassion even for aparaya kripaya. This word, aparaya kripaya, this very important word. It is very natural to have compassion for our own people. It is very natural. But it is not so natural to have compassion for our enemies. Those who have inimical attitude, those who have such an hatred, even to have such a compassionate attitude to such people. That is why here, kripaya parayaha, kripayaha parayaha, aparayaha kripayaha. So here is a very technical thing. This ya can come here also. A can come here also. Aparaya, aparaya kripaya. Kripayaha parayaha vishtu. Sanskrit is very wonderful language. It's only by Sanskrit one's tongue purifies. Kripaya means compassion. Parayaha vishtaha. Parayaha here refers to high grade. What is that high grade? Aparayaha kripaya. You just take a from kripaya and put it in a near the parayaha. It becomes aparayaha kripayaha. Aparayaha means the person who are there on the opposite side. Even to have such type of compassion, because high grade compassion has been shown. Low grade compassion even an animal has for its own child. But high grade compassion, to have even the compassion for the members of the opposite army, that is known as high grade compassion. Aparayaha kripayaha. That is what is Arjuna. That is the difference between a devotee and a demon. Demonic people, they have compassion only for their own people, but they have that hatred, they have enmity. But a devotee has love even for those people who are envious of him. That is why it's very natural to love our own child, but to love a person who has hatred for him, that is something beyond, that only a devotee can have. Paradukhi dukhi, when somebody is dukhi, immediately he also becomes dukhi. He doesn't say, oh, you did like this to me, wonderful, that is why you are suffering. No. Immediately he prays to Lord, oh Lord, please save him. Please protect him. Please show our mercy to him. That is what is the nature of a devotee. Devotee never have retaliating attitude. He doesn't have that revenging attitude. In fact, he is having so much of compassion, seeing the other side, and he starts crying. He is not crying because all the people have gone to that side. He is crying because in this war, all are going to die. His own people, all are going to die. He has never considered that Kauravas are different people. My brothers, my sons. Lakshmana is actually son of Duryodhana. He says, my sons, my brothers, all will be dying in this war. And then in this way, after seeing that, he's just lamenting. So from 28th verse, we'll see the depression signs of Arjuna. In the next class, we'll see the depression signs of Arjuna and the various reasons which Arjuna gives for not fighting the war. 28, 29 gives the 28, 29 and 30 gives the depression signs of Arjuna. Till here what we saw? Till here we saw Bhakta Vatsalataha of Govinda. Bhaktavatsala of Govinda. He is Bhaktavatsala, is mother for everyone. He is mother for devotee, protects the devotee. He is mother for even the demons. He has killed the demons. He has already killed the demons by his glance. He has already withdrawn the pranavayus. But he has only kept Arjuna as a nimitta matra. So here we'll stop. 5 verses, till the 5 verses come on the screen. Any some questions if you want, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and ask the question. By the time Chandrapati Prabhu, please put first 5 verses and then the next 5 verses so that we can chant together.
Unmute yourself.
Any questions you have, you can unmute and you can ask. No questions? Wonderful. If no questions means either you have understood completely or just... Okay.
One question is, can you speak on today's solar eclipse?
Okay. What was that question? What is that question?
Priya Nathani,
Huh?
please speak. Please speak on today's solar eclipse for knowledge.
Okay. So it so happened during the Samudra Manthan, the ocean was Devatas and the demons. They wanted to have the nectar. At last the nectar came. Many things came out. Poison came out. Lord Shiva was trying to drink. He became Nilkantha. So many things came out. Lakshmi came. Everybody came. So many things. Dhanvantari came. But then Amrita came. Last, Dhanvantari brings the Amrita. When Amrita came, there was a demon known as Rahu. He disguised himself as Devata and sat in the Devata's side. Because when Amrita came, these demons actually snatched the Amrita. They were about to take it. At that time, Krishna appears as Mohini avatar. Takes the Amrita from their hands and makes them also sit. But because Mohini looks so beautiful, all these demons were so attracted by that beauty. And in this way, Krishna very smartly was giving Amrita to the Devatas. One of the demon, Rahu, saw this. He went on the side of Devatas and said, Surya and Chandra, they are also Devatas. They told to Krishna, hey, see, this is Rahu, this is a demon. Immediately, Lord took the Sudarshan and cut the head of Rahu. But because he drank Amrita, he could not be killed. But the head was severed from the body. Because Sudarshan touched the body of Rahu, knowledge revealed. Immediately he took surrenderance of Krishna and prayed, let me be counted in one of the Navagrahas. Let me be also be counted as one of the Devata. So he was put in the Navagraha. His body was called as Ketu and his head is Rahu. So Rahu, Ketu, they became one of the 2 Navagrahas. They are counted in Navagrahas. But somehow the anger towards Surya and Chandra is still there. That is why Rahu comes sometimes before Chandra, sometimes before Sun. Now this time, Rahu came before Chandra, before Surya. He wants to remove the power of Surya. He has so much of negative energy, he wants to remove the power, but sun's power cannot be removed because the effulgence of the sun is nothing but one ray of Krishna, which is giving the shine to the sun and which is giving the shine to the whole world. So in this way, the shine of the power of the ray of the body of Krishna goes to the sun and sun gives it to the earthly planet. So the power of the sun is never lost. But the negative energy of this Rahu is spread to the earthly planet because this negative energy comes out. It cannot affect the sun, but it affects the earthly planet. That is why that time we don't eat anything, because the negative energy is so much, it's so harmful for this earthly planet. That is why at the time nobody eats anything. They do the japa. The more chanting of the holy name is done, so that the negative things doesn't affect us. So much of chanting has to be done. Lord's name has to be chanted. And after the grahana, one takes bath, opens the deities and gives bath to the deities also, cooks for the deities, and in this way the deity worship is also done. After the Surya Grahana, the time of Surya Grahana, the deities are also closed. No worship to the deities are done. No bhogas for the deities are given, because when you give the bhogas to Lord, afterwards you have to take it. No cooking is done for Krishna. So that is how during the Surya Grahana, the deities are closed, and all the devotees sit and chant the holy name of Krishna. Anyhow, Krishna is not affected by the Grahana. In fact, Krishna is the controller of all the planets. But it is the bhava of the devotee. And what is that bhava? No negativity should come to our Krishna. Anyhow, no negativity comes to Krishna. But just to have more protection for Krishna. That protective attitude is there for the devotees for Krishna. Like how Krishna wants to protect the devotees, devotees also wants to protect Krishna. There is always this competition, who protects each other the best. So in this way, this Grahana, Surya Grahana, in this month 3 Grahanas came, and the effects of the Grahana actually starts 3 months before itself. This time it was very powerful one, because it was 3 continuous, was Surya Chandra Grahan also was there. So that is why we can see in these 3 months so many pandemics, so many cases happened. Everywhere there is only a confusion, the ill health is there, and everywhere there is only fear and anxiety. That is why this Graha Shanti Yajna is done. Graha Shanti Yajna, by chanting the holy name very nicely, praying to Lakshmi Narasimha to protect all the devotees, and in this way, and also praying to Rahu, Surya, praying to even Rahu also. Please do not give any negativity to us. Let our whole mind will be always be divine, having divine nature. Let all the positivity will be there in us. What is the meaning of positivity? Understanding our relationship with Krishna and working at that capacity. Okay. Any other
Hello.
question?
Hello.
Yeah.
But then how come they never talk about such thing, but they say that it's ultra virus rays, which is not good.
Huh?
Ultra virus rays. This is ultra virus rays. When there is an eclipse, there is ultra virus.
I'm not able to understand. Please tell again.
They say that when there is an eclipse, there is ultra virus rays, which is harmful for us. So they don't talk about such things like what you just now what you said.
Yeah, those rays. What is the meaning of activity? That ultraviolet rays that all affect the food also. That is why tulsi patra is put in the cooked food. Like you have achar, then what you'll do? Will you throw it or what? You'll put tulsi and keep. There are certain like jam in your house, jam is there, some sauce is there. What will you put? You put some tulsi and keep. So that the rays doesn't affect. That is what is called as negativity. We call it as ultraviolet rays. That is our scientist terms. But according to Vedic terms, they're actually inauspicious rays, amangala, which is put on this earth.
Mataji, in the same this thing, we also say we put darbai or that kusha grass. What is the significance of kusha grass?
Kusha is very pavitra grass. Kusha, darbha, tulasi, anything can be said.
So that only destroyed the Yadavas clan, no, Mataji? That grass, they started fighting with that grass and then they ultimately killed each other.
See, there are different purposes. No? It doesn't mean that Darbha is inauspicious. Darbha, Kusha, they are all auspicious. The same Darbha, the same Kusha grass Dronacharya. He made a rope out of it. That is how the Arjuna, when he saw, so grass can be used for different purposes. Same grass was taken by Balaram to kill Sutta Goswami's father. So Darbha, Kusha, they are all pavitra.
Like Tulsi has a story, does it have any background story, Mataji, this Kusha grass?
I don't know much about it.
And Mataji, the other thing was the Arjuna, when he wanted to save those Brahmins' kids, he said Narayana wanted to see Krishna and Arjuna, their relationship. How is Narayana different from Vishnu, Mataji?
Vishnu is a quality of Krishna. Vishati iti sarvatraha Krishna. Vishati iti sarvatraha Vasudeva. One who cannot be stopped from entering anywhere and everywhere is Vishnu. Narayana is also Vishnu. Krishna is also Vishnu. Vishnu means Vishati. Vishati means entering. Narayana has 96 attributes. 4 attributes are absent in Vaikuntha. And what are the 4 attributes? Leela Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya, Parivar Madhurya. Krishna has 100%, then these 4 things are absent. There is no Venu in Vaikuntha. There is no the sweet relationship of Krishna with the friends, with the relatives. That thing is not there in Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha Krishna is in the opulent form, not in the sweet form, not in the Madhurama form.
Yeah.
Anything next?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Why did, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, why did Mahavishnu have to call Krishna to see him over there by stealing the Brahmana sons? He is below Krishna, na? He's subservient.
He should come and see Krishna, na? But he wants Krishna and Arjuna to come to his house. You don't want Krishna to come to his house, to your house.
Yeah, so that was his mood. Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Vaikuntha is his home, na? He wants Krishna to come to his house. But he wants Krishna to bring Arjuna also. Not just come alone. You all bring Arjuna also.
Yeah, because I was thinking he could have gone and seen Krishna down on the realm of the earthly realm.
But everybody wants Krishna to their home, na?
Yeah, that is a very good answer, Mataji. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mataji, and may I know, Arjuna is also serving Krishna in Goloka as Arjuna, or he also has some...
Parthasarathi Loka. Arjuna, Bhishma Pitamaha, they are always there in Parthasarathi Loka. There is a Loka known as, in the Vaikuntha itself, there are many lokas. There is Ayodhya, Saketa. There is Parthasarathi Loka also, where Arjuna is always with Krishna, and Krishna is always as a charioteer, and Bhishma is always on the other side.
Okay.
So there is a Veer Rasa experienced. And in every pastime, anyhow, all the Parshadas of Krishna is always with him. Nar Narayana, when Krishna appears as Nara Narayana, Nara is actually Arjuna, who appears as Arjuna. In the Satyuga, Nar Narayana Rishi, Lord appears as Nar Narayana. He takes 2 forms, Nar and Narayana. Even today also in Badrika Ashram, you will have 2 hills. One is Nara, one is Narayana.
And Mataji, one more thing. We have all been, are there limited number of souls? Like we are in the human form, this...
Count is the count is, doesn't increase, doesn't decrease. It is always eternal. It's not limited. It is the same. The souls are always the same. The number of, now how many, don't ask me, I don't know. Don't ask me how many souls are there. It is the same, because soul is never born, first thing. Soul is never born nor dead. As much as Krishna is eternal, the soul is also eternal. The relationship of soul to Krishna is also eternal. The souls go on traveling in different spaces, different places. And in 14 planetary systems, they will go on up and down, they may do. And also in different species also. So we may think this population here is less, there is less. Soul is present everywhere. Soul is present within our body itself. There are so many souls. How this body, for this body there is one soul. Within our body there are so many bodies. For every body there is one soul. So how many souls are there within our body only we don't know. Then what to speak of within the whole universe? So it is very difficult. With how many universes are there also, don't ask. I don't know.
It is countless, no? Countless.
Huh?
It is countless, I said.
What?
Universes and souls are countless. Cannot be counted. Countless.
Countless. Yeah, countless. The word you can say countless. That means we don't have brains to count. Simple.
Mother is this 8.4 lakh species which we talk about. It is in the entire, I mean, not only in this earthly planet, but in the 40.
This is spoken to this earthly planet. To this
earthly
universe. Whatever spoken to this Bhagavatam is about this universe. But the largest Bhagavatam is with Yamaraj, who is in charge of all the universes. We don't know. We don't know how many universes are there. But there are demigods who are taking care of so many important positions. There are demigods for other universes also. So certain things up to the Bhagavatam, how much is given, that is pertaining to this universe.
So whatever is mentioned in Bhagavatam is only pertaining to this earthly planet.
Yes, to this. Not only earthly planet. When we say it is also to the 14 planetary systems. So earthly planet is only one of the planetary system.
Okay. So this 8.4 million is in the 14 planetary system.
Yes.
Okay.
This earth, where you'll go and find somebody having a horse head and a human body. When you say 4 lakh species of human, there are varieties. Fish body, human head. If you go and search, where you'll go and search, tell me. So there are lower planetary system, there are upper planetary system occupying this type of bodies. So many bodies. Again, don't ask me where you'll find all these things. I don't know.
Okay, complicated.
Sorry, Prabhuji. Carry on. So the Devi Devtas which we talk about, 34, that is also for the entire planetary system, not for this universe one.
This Brahmanda, Krishna, the Brahmanda, okay, from the body of Krishna, from the pores of Lord, Karanadakshayi Vishnu, so many Brahmandas emanate. This is for this Brahmanda, where our Brahma is Chaturmukhi Brahma. There are other universes where Brahma has many heads. Our Brahma has the lowest, only 4 heads. That means our universe is the most smallest universe.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I? Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Complicated question. The question is that in the cycle of birth and death, can a soul be born in the next birth in a different universe, or will he rotate in the same universe?
In the birth of death, what would you say? Can the soul?
In the cycle of birth and death, can a particular soul rotate in the same universe, or he can be also reborn in another universe, shift from one universe to the other?
So it is the will of Lord, and it is his desire. Now, if Sachadev Prabhu wants to see some other universe, then it is the will of the soul, what the soul desires.
Okay, so that means it is allowed.
There are so many universes where the jivas can be put. But again, what is the desire of the jiva? What type of karma he has done? Accordingly, he can be put in the same Brahmanda, or he can be just annihilated and put in the other Brahmanda. It is up to Lord. Where Daiva Netrena. There is a word known as Daiva Netrena. That means it is a Daivi Shakti which decides where to put whom. The jivas can travel in any universes. There are so many universes, so many Brahmandas coming out of the pores of Krishna. They can rotate in this 14 planetary system, go back home, back to Godhead. If they want to see some other universe, they can go there also. They can go in any places. Jivas can go in any place. It is will of God to place him also. It is not that up and down he has roamed in all the 14 planets and now he can go back to God. It's not so easy to understand how even the jivas go in different type of species. Even to get out of this Brahmanda, go to another Brahmanda, also qualification is required. It is not so easy to understand the whole creation of Krishna. Just imagine so many Brahmandas coming out. And if you say, I want to go to the biggest Brahmanda where Brahma has so many heads. Here only Brahma has only 4 heads. Let me go to the Brahmanda where Brahma has 100 heads. To go to that Brahmanda also we require some qualification. It's not so easy to understand this creation. That is why the simplest thing is chant the holy name and be happy.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for a beautiful answer.
Highest,
Thank you. Very nice
this is
answer.
whether-
Very nice way of
whichever-
putting it. Very nice way of putting
Whichever
it.
universe, whichever this thing we are in, but human life is the best form to attain Lord, isn't it, Mataji?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you are. Now, what we have got, the human tongue to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chant and be happy.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So another one news, nice news. Day after tomorrow we have Rath Yatra. Today is was a solar eclipse. When Krishna comes to Kurukshetra, at that time it was solar eclipse. All the Brajavasis knew Krishna has come to Kurukshetra to take bath. They all come to drag Krishna from Dwarka mood to Vrindavan. So in this way, the coincidence is so nice. Again, Krishna, now this Kurukshetra, like Solar Grahan over, the Surya Grahan over. Now, day after tomorrow is Rath Yatra. So again, there will be a live telecast from our Jagannath Rath Yatra temple, Jagannath temple. So 5 families can opt to come and do Aarti because we have chariot also. We have Jagannath deities also. We'll place them on the chariot. 5 families having some distance can do Aarti and you can make bhogas for Lord. Jagannath loves to eat and a lot of bhogas are offered to Krishna. So you can do all the services. So day after tomorrow we'll have the function in our Jagannath temple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.